I'd just like to start by saying I'm not opposed to nudity in media. In fact, nudity can be a very powerful tool for portraying messages. But what I do hate is gratuitous nudity and the over-sexualization of women in media. For example, I really like No Game No Life because of its sexualization in the show that is comedic and narratively thematic to the plot. What I can't stand though is something like High School of the Dead because of the over-the-top sexualization of women in the show, especially since the women are just anime tropes, tsundere, yandere, all that other stuff. I also get there are shows that are literally meant to be gratuitous and fan servicey. Looking at you, Eromanga Sensei. I don't have a problem with shows like that. Here's my problem though. Gratuitous fan service is degrading. Every time I turn on a show that's supposed to have a good story, I'm faced with over-the-top boob physics and panty shots and ridiculous angles that makes the protagonist's face and ass in the same shot while the woman is talking. I'm reminded that the world views women as objects placed here for the sexual gratification of men instead of interesting people / characters with real personalities. I really like Konosuba. The comedy in the show is fantastic, but I can't get over the absolute unnecessary fan service in the show. It adds nothing to the story. It's only there to interest male viewers, I guess because the female characters aren't interesting if we can't see their tits and ass at the same time. This wouldn't be much of a problem if this weren't in 98% of all anime. It's hard to think of many anime that don't include fan service. However, the ones I can think of tend to be amazing shows, Erase, Psycho-Pass, or Parasites, just to name a few. Psycho-Pass would be a lot less interesting and fun of a show if all the female characters had boob physics and we could know what underwear they were wearing. Most anime would be better without fan service. On top of that, I'm sure there are many people who are bothered by fan service and would start watching more anime if there was less of it. I know this isn't really just an anime related issue, but it's a style of media that is blatantly uses fan service. There's plenty of shows like Game of Thrones who use fan service as well, though they tone it down in later seasons. I know I'm gonna get a lot of opposition here, but I do want the anime industry to change. I want to see less fan service and weird anime sex. Focus your boob physic graphics on other things to enhance graphics elsewhere. I want to stop being taught that women are first and foremost objects meant for sexual gratification. In Digibo's video, he says something along the vein that weird anime sex does not determine the type of moral person you are. This is true to an extent, but the majority of people can distinguish between fantasy and reality, but it would be ignorant to say that there isn't any moral implications to have overlap there. Here, take Japan's declining birth rate as an example. Because of the increase in females in the workforce, a large populace of men have turned to anime. By no means I'm not saying that is solely responsible, but there is some real world effect to what people are consuming in their entertainment. I'm not saying there's no place for it, just the oversaturation of it could be toned down. It's currently hurting the medium as a whole. If anime truly wants to go mainstream, this needs to be addressed. By toning it down, we can appeal to a wider audience. Why do you think Teen Titans and Avatar are popular in the West? It's basically diet anime for kids without the degrading sex appeal. All I'm saying is, wouldn't you rather more money going into entertainment with good storylines, gripping characters like a Miyazaki production, instead of the newest boob, shine, physics to gratify your basic human urges? How about we put our money where our mouth is by investing and buying in less sexual gratification anime and buy and appreciate better shows with higher quality. This way we'll get more quality anime and less Eromanga Sensei. Anyway, that's my opinion. Like and subscribe and help me out. Anything really helps, really, basically. And write your opinion in the comments below. It's just to open up a discourse and hope everyone can be civilized. I'm going to go scrub my laptop and factory reset it after all the weird shit I've downloaded for this video, and see you next time.